It was a frozen night in the Ural Mountains. 9 hikers set out on a simple trek, but what they encountered would become one of the deadliest, strangest mysteries in history. Their tent was found ripped open from the inside. Their bodies were scattered, some half-naked, some with devastating injuries. Something in the snow seemed to guard terrible secrets. For decades, the world has asked, what really happened on Dyatlov Pass? And now, recently released files from the Russian government might just rewrite history. February 1959. 9 experienced hikers, led by Igor Dyatlov, embarked on a trek through the northern Urals. They were young, strong, and familiar with the harsh Siberian winter. But something invisible, something terrifying was waiting for them. Their last radio transmission was calm. Then, silence. A search team found the hikers' abandoned tent on February 26th. It was shredded, as if ripped apart from the inside in a desperate panic. Footprints led away from the tent, some from bare feet, straight into the freezing snow. Days later, the first bodies were discovered under a stand of trees, strangely undressed. What could have possibly driven them from the relative safety of their shelter into the brutal, freezing darkness? Over the next few weeks, all 9 bodies were found. The discoveries only deepened the mystery. Some had fractured skulls and broken ribs. One woman was found with her tongue and eyes missing. The force of another's injuries was compared to being hit by a car, yet there was no car, no sign of a struggle. Theories exploded. Was it an avalanche? A mass panic induced by infrasound, secret military tests, or even an alien encounter? Each theory had holes. But one thing was clear. Something deeply unnatural had occurred on that mountain. In 2019, Russia released over 500 pages of previously classified documents related to the case. They contained witness reports, search team notes, and autopsy results that the public had never seen before. Chilling new details emerged. Mysterious burns on the hikers' clothing, traces of radioactivity, and sworn statements from local villagers describing strange glowing lights and orbs in the sky on the very night of the tragedy. Could this finally explain the impossible? Some scientists now claim a small, sudden slab avalanche forced the hikers out of their tent. But the terrain shows no signs of a large-scale slide, and some of the injuries, the severe internal trauma, just don't match being buried in snow. Could nature alone be responsible for this horror, or was something else at play? Another theory, bolstered by the new files, points to secret military tests. The radioactive clothing and unexplained orange stains on the snow hint at experiments the hikers may have accidentally stumbled upon. Of course, no official records confirm this, and the government insists nothing unusual occurred. Yet those eyewitness reports of flashes in the sky and strange noises linger. Were these young adventurers unfortunate victims of something far beyond their understanding? Other explanations delve into the bizarre. Some psychologists suggest infrasound, where unique wind patterns create low-frequency sounds that can induce irrational panic and hallucinations. Others point to the supernatural, glowing orbs, strange beings, or energy anomalies that science cannot yet explain. After more than 60 years, Dyatlov Pass remains one of the most perplexing mysteries of our time. By piecing together the old evidence with the newly released files, researchers have formed a haunting, if incomplete, theory. A sudden, violent event, be it an avalanche, a military weapon test, or some unknown phenomenon, forced the hikers to flee their tent into the deadly night. Disoriented, panicked, and freezing, they ran into the darkness, desperately seeking shelter that they would never find. Some survived for hours longer than others, only to finally succumb to the unforgiving elements. But those impossible injuries still have no clear explanation. Their courage, their fear, and their final moments are forever frozen in time. The Dyatlov Pass tragedy is more than just a story of 9 lives lost. It is a puzzle that challenges science, history, and the very limits of our imagination. We have new files, new investigations, but some answers may never come. What truly happened on that cold February night? Perhaps the mountains themselves will take that secret to their icy grave. Thanks for watching. If you find mysteries like this as fascinating as I do, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the unknown.